All right, so I want to quickly talk about something that came to mind. Most people that when they hear the stories that I'm telling people about my childhood, about people that I grew up. I mean, most of them are factual. I mean, there's not. Um, the ones that I'm kind of like concerned, worried about people that are like because money, because they're not really trusting anybody what their intentions really are. Um, those are see because I'm I guess one of the gifts that I would call it a gift that your creator bestowed on me when I got to Arcturus was the ability to um, occupy probabilities. So in other words, I can say if my life could go this way or this way, right? I could still be doing sound healing work right now. I could be doing something else. I could be in Florida again. All these probabilities do actually exist in other dimensions. In other words, so they are happening. Um, if you can conceive it, think it, then the probability gets created. Um, and it's there based on the fact that we are multidimensional beings. Um, Now, our reincarnated lives are not just past lives; they're multidimensional selves, all connecting to a higher higher self and the soul aspect. That's learning from all these different reincarnations or multidimensional selves. Um, so when I say this is happening, when it actually happens to me, it happens to me. That probability became a fact, a reality in this lifetime, in this time, in this um, timeline for me and you and anybody else that knows me. So for anybody out there, like I have some people, friends who are psychologists and or wanted to be psychologists, kind of thing. And, yeah, they're trying to analyze me, and then so understand that aspect of it, because if you think that I got really mad at one guy. It's a couple that I knew sent me something saying that I can't send you any money, buddy, but I can refer you to a mental health professional that both me and my wife help my nephew and my somebody else and my cousin got him into sober living. And I mean, this guy he does breath work, and he's done shamanic rituals and gatherings using different plant medicines. So he doesn't believe that I'm from Arcturus and I'm making all this up, and I need mental health. Yet he can take a plant and then talk to some spirits and believe that. So this is the things that I'm getting from people that are really really kind of bothering me. But yeah, I don't need mental health, or I don't need any of your medications or anything. I don't. What I need is, number one, to get the hell out of here because I'm kind of tired of all this, man. But number two, um, um, to understand, the human body, understand what this Arcturian soul that I'm part of now is doing. It's much different than like I'm able to reincarnate to all his past lives, her past, whatever it is, its past lives, and it's multidimensional beings, being human at one point and then going to Arcturus, and so now I'm the human body still, saying like whoa, and then I've been able to tap into most every one of my multidimensional selves. So I guarantee you that with doing that, I can also project myself into the future, into probabilities that could happen, and also bring about I have 2 or 3 different storylines of how exactly who my family is, and it's definitely not people that raised me, because then they're not. I don't have anything in common with them. you know. But then the remaining brother and sister, and two sisters and a brother, they refused to tell me what it is. They were lying until my mom, what they say is my mother passed away. But then I figured after she passed away, like, you gonna tell me the truth, and you're still not telling me the truth. So I don't know what it is. So, but I know for a fact, And they're not treating me like, like, oh well, come on, man, you know my real brothers. He's like, oh, you crazy? You have to go get help and stuff like that. So please. So with this ability to project into these probabilities, I'm in human form. I can do it by just kind of like, thinking and I know I've been able to. I was doing this from a young age. I was able to create these storylines of people that are around me, things that are happening, until I actually find out for a fact what exactly happened. I can create 3 or 4 different storylines that are just as believable to me, and could be one of the true ones, and they are, but it's just not the ones that we as a collective, group of people are agreeing to materialize. So, so that's how probabilities work, and this is nothing different. I used to in my meditation classes, my sound healing classes, I used to discuss how we're fractals. We're fractals of ourselves, of the soul, of higher self, and of your creator. We're fractals. We're pieces of fractals, and we're many. And just one person, one soul, is many different atoms. And that's why once you start accepting that, understanding that as a soul, reincarnated in as a human being, then there's really no hatred for anybody. The only ones that you want to have hatred for is the ones that are enslaving you and keeping you, from knowing what the truth is. But once you understand that even them, they're doing it for a reason. Once you understand that reason, you don't really hate them. You just want them to get out of the way and stop steering that boat, sir. Yeah, get your hands off the boat. I said, get your hands off the steering wheel, sir. Get your hands off now. Get your hands off the steering wheel. Thank you. So, yeah, so I want to just talk about probabilities and this ability that your creator gave me. Now, again, I don't want to be like, and it's not me. I'm not. It's the soul that is telling me that, what it was able to do to be able to be on the right timeline and do the right things to save your civilization. Again, I don't want to take. I'm not Superman. I'm saying I'm not spinning the planet, the opposite way just to save one. I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. A bunch of us are all doing this, trying to make you understand that the more time you waste on a monetary system that is useless to you as a civilization, the less time you have before you are forced into this very like sharp and fast ascension process that you guys aren't ready for. I've been through it already. It's hard to explain, but passively, and some that made it, some that didn't, in different periods, but not this current period. This current period never makes it. You're in control of everything. Money's controlling everything. So, if the guys in control don't know it, or they don't want to tell everybody else the truth, that means one of two things again. They either want to kill everybody else, or they want to enslave everybody else and then kill them. I don't know. I mean, there's really no other reason why not to understand and believe what I'm saying, other than the fact that the power comes from money, and if they relinquish the money, then they will no longer have power. They will be equal like everybody else, and that's a big problem for people. That all their lives they were not equal. They were better. Right? Very hard for them to relinquish that type of control, right? And that ability to take this thing, money, and enslave. And they know it. It's not like, they understand, Elon, wealth creates poverty, right? So your wealth creates poverty. So Elon, how you abolish poverty? Like, poof! Abolish poverty, poof! You remove wealth, and then there is no more poverty. So everybody asks me to donate to poverty. Help poverty today. We're feeding poverty, and we're giving poverty a chance to live and die and then come back to poverty again. I'm giving you the one solution. And I'm not telling take all the wealthy people